Just a quick thing here on OpenType. This is in the latest version of 2017 InDesign. I'm just going to work with my fractions here a little bit. Let me zoom up so you can see it. I've typed in 1/2 and I really want real fractions. So what I need to do is just highlight this information here. And now in 2017 it puts a blue underline underneath it and lets me know there's some glyph options for that. So this is especially useful in the latest version if you want to convert what I call guy fractions, where they've just typed 1/4 or something like that. You can instantly convert them over to the glyphs panel or OpenType proper fractions. This also works on other things like type. Let me use my space bar here and I will move down and show you something here. Whoops, sorry about that. And let me zoom up on this pull quote here a little bit. So I'm going to take this text, I'm going to convert it to Adobe Caslon Pro. And real quick, I'm going to move this up here. I'm going to go into the C's. I'm going to find Adobe Caslon Pro. Right, here you go. And I'm going to highlight this M. So notice there's another looking M that could be used for that. So this is looking at the letter you select, and then going over and showing you might be in the glyphs panel an alternate character without going over and actually physically opening up the glyphs panel. Let's close this out for a second and let's look at tables for a second. I'm going to go open. I'm going to go to my lesson folder here. I'm going to go to lesson 11. I'm going to open up 11 start. In fact, yeah, I'll just highlight this text. And it's already been typed in a mode where I can convert it to tables. So I'm going to go convert text to tables. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And what I wanted to show you here is I'm going to select all this table with the type tool, and I'm going to change the height of this rascal here. So maybe I want to put a picture in this cell. So let me delete that text. And I need, in the newest version, or I can do it in the latest version, if I select a cell, I can actually, let me go this way. I can actually right click and convert the cell to a graphic cell. Now what that does is that allows me to go out to File, Place, and find a picture to put inside there, and that will just act like a frame. So you can select any cell you want, right click, and then you can convert it to a graphic. And I think this has got text in it, so they want me to delete it first. Then I can pick the cell and convert it to a graphic cell and put a picture inside there. So it just acts like a frame for me to go ahead and put something inside of there. And then if you go back with your selection arrow, you have your little content grabber here. I can move it around, put it inside there. I can right click and say fitting, fill the frame completely, so on. So that's how you convert cells or multiple cells into graphic cells so you can put pictures in them. You just highlight the cell, right click, and then go ahead and put your graphic in there. Another thing, just in passing on tables, let's say I have a row down here called math, and I want really math to be up here above recreation. So in the latest version of InDesign, you can actually drag these rows around and reorder them. I can do the same thing with columns. If I pick this column, I can actually drag it over here, get a highlight, and I can swap columns. So know that you have lots of flexibility in the latest version of InDesign with tables where you can rearrange columns and rows.